I'm Roy Lee Lindsay with the North Carolina Pork Council, and I want everyone to remember bacon makes everything better.
Hey folks, David Glenn of the North Carolina Sports Network back with you from the 2024 ACC Kickoff event. As always, our trip's sponsored by our good friends at the North Carolina Pork Council. Joining us now is an accomplished player with a fascinating background. It's Chico Bennett Jr. of the University of Virginia. 2 years ago, he was among the ACC leaders in sacks. He also comes from an incredibly athletic family. Dad, Chico Sr., played football at Hawaii in the 1990s. Mom, Marcy, played basketball at Texas State in the 1990s. And he has an uncle, Leon Moore, who played in the National Football League. He also grew up in a military family, so he's lived a lot of places. Chico Bennett Jr., welcome to the David Glenn Show. How are you?
Thank you. I'm great, man. Blessed to be here.
It's great to have you here. How long did it take you, given that athletic family that I described, to fall in love with sports in your own way?
It was pretty quick. You know, I think they dumped me in the grease with I think the first one was basketball, and afterwards, I think when I saw my cousin Brisson playing football, I said, you know, let me try that out, and then afterwards, man, my mom held out on me because she didn't want me to get hit yet, so I had to do flag football for a year, and then afterwards. We finally was able to talk her down and let me start hitting somebody.
You guys from UVA are known for being quick on your feet, so I don't know if you've gotten this question yet today. But what would you say are the qualities you got more from Mom?
Okay.
And what are the qualities that you got more from Dad? Because obviously you got some good DNA working on your side.
Man, I think I'm a great blend of look from a look standpoint. Always get that I got my mom's nose, or I look just like my mom in some pictures. But I think quality-wise, look standpoint, I think I'm a great blend, good mix. But like characteristics, I can be a little. My mom is very lover, but she can be very direct sometimes. And I think I get that sometimes as well. I've been told that, and I got to know how to I need to know how to soften the blow and soften the truth a little bit. Not baby him, but make sure it's not everybody can handle the truth right on out. And then my dad, his patience. He has very good tactical patience, and I think I've gotten that from him just from us moving around a lot. I've learned that sometimes you got to just sit still for a little bit, even though you want to move around. But I've learned that from him, and so I feel like those are two solid qualities.
We both mentioned that military family background. You seem like a personable guy. For young people, it can be really hard to make friends if you're in a new place every few years. How did that go for you?
It was quick. It was easy for me because I think being able to move around, you learn different cultures, different environments, different people. It was cool, man. And I think that, if I was able to do it again, people ask me, would I do it again? I'll say absolutely. It was fun. I think also part that made it easier was that I had a great relationship with my parents. They helped me. They still allowed me to find my own way. They weren't strict, but they had a set of rules I obviously got to respect. You'll stumble along the way. They'll get you back in line. But overall, man, I think it was easy the way because my parents helped me out a lot and just taught me the ropes and how things are supposed to be, and it was great.
Chico Bennett Jr. of UVA is joining us here on the North Carolina Sports Network. This is your 6th year of college athletics. We always say that sports can teach lessons, but beyond the basic lessons of teamwork and other sports stuff, you have had multiple serious injuries. You were honorable mention All-ACC 2 years ago, but you were all sorts of banged up for most of last year. So kind of a two-part question. How do you feel physically right now going into this final year of college ball? And then what do you think are those other life lessons that you've learned, not only through teamwork, but it's got to be a lot of perseverance through adversity when you had an ACL, and I don't even know the full list of your physical ailments.
Yeah, man, I think the first part, I'm feeling great. I'm back. I had a great spring. You can cut on the film and see that, and a lot of people attest to that. But I think, the second part, man, of of a life lesson. I think it's just more so just as how good things can go, it can go bad just like that. And while it's frustrating being in that moment, it's one of those deals where you have to, fall back to your fundamentals, fall back to your base principles. You can't get too high, can't get too low, especially with dealing with something like that, adversity in that instance. Man, it's frustrating going, having production from one year and then the next following year. You anticipated to be somewhere and it's not quite what you wanted to be, and then others were expecting that as well. So it's certainly frustrating. But again, man, it's one of those deals where that's the beauty in life is that, when you get another opportunity, you got to take it and do it to the best of your ability. I feel like that's what I've done so far. And I've had a great support from coaches, family, friends, and all over. Just help me, get to where I'm trying to go to.
You have been a college athlete during a fascinating time in college sports. Mm-hmm. There was no such thing as this kind of transfer portal when you first started. Right. There was no such thing as name, image, likeness when you first started. For those who don't know, Chico, high school superstar in Tennessee, started at Georgia Tech before transferring, obviously, to UVA. When it comes to name, image, likeness, just following your career, like there's cool Chico Bennett sweatshirts and T-shirts. Yes, what can you share about how it has either changed your life specifically, either with just walking around money, or maybe bigger than that, I don't know, or how have you seen it impact the lives of maybe some of your teammates who don't have a lot from home, but maybe have just a baseline of income now in ways it wasn't even legal 6 years ago.
Right. Man, I think it's a wonderful opportunity for NIL, to come at the time that it did. I mean, the perfect world, we wish it was back then, but understandably things take time and to grasp. But now that we have a better understanding and it's finally legal, it's great, man. I think there's this one guy, he's a freshman from Florida. He is a 5-star cat, and he was able to buy his mama home off of NIL.
Wow.
And it's things like that, man, is is the beauty behind this, because obviously you got some guys who want to buy flashy things, or may not necessarily that they want those because they earned it. They earned it. Their play, and then in college, it's a tough game. Obviously NFL isn't guaranteed for everybody, but being able to see individuals, earn that and collect their money, it's great to see.
You look really sleek as an edge rusher in the number 15. I don't know if you've heard that from others. Does 15 have a special meaning for you, or how did you end up having that as your college number?
So it first originated when I was back in high school. So my cousin Briston Bennett, he played at UNC Charlotte. He had number 14, and originally when I first transferred there, my junior year, I was gonna wear 81 or 85, and they didn't have that available. So I said, let me just go right next to my cousin. So that's where I got 15. That's where it came from. Also, that's my birthday, June 15th.
Okay, cool.
So it all comes full circle. But then now, it's transitioned into, a more special meaning behind, Devin, who lost his life, unfortunately, in the tragedy. So he also, obviously, he wore number 15. He was also my locker mate. And so, the thing that they did in our old facility, what they did was for the guys who had, the 1, 15, and 41. So I had they had they closed off with the helmets where you put your helmets at. They would put a picture. They put a picture of him. They put a picture of him, and they also put just a little flower right there. And it was just nice. It was a reminder every day, of this is who you're gonna play for. It's a great addition to that, and so it definitely helps. And it was nice. So it definitely gave me more appreciation to wear the number, and hopefully, for the next phase in NFL, being able to continue that as well.
The Lawson Insurance Group in Raleigh is a family-owned business led by 3 actual brothers who happen to be huge sports fans: Ken Lawson, Miller Lawson, and Michael Lawson. I know these guys, I trust these guys, and I send these guys my own insurance business and that of my family. The next time you have insurance needs, I hope you'll do the same. The Lawson Insurance Group is known for its commitment to community and its dedication to ensuring that North Carolinians and their businesses are prepared for life's inevitable challenges, with the reminder that as a high street insurance partner, Lawson Insurance Group offers local expertise and support that, combined with High Street's extensive national resources, means more choice and support for you as their client. To learn more, search Lawson Insurance Group online. The Lawson Insurance website will be the first link that pops up. Chico Bennett Jr. of UVA is joining us. He is on the NFL radar as he heads into his final season at UVA. What would your advice be? I didn't know you when you were 18, but you seem like a well-rounded young man, and that's how your coaches describe you. What would your advice be to those 18-year-olds, maybe UVA teammates, who are just beginning this journey as you are ending this journey through a maybe much wiser set of eyes?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, man, is to continue to bet on yourself. Your confidence shouldn't follow from anybody else outside of you. You have to be your own flame. And I think the other part, though, man, the biggest thing is just have fun. You know, again, tomorrow's never promised. Make each opportunity the best that it can be. And then obviously at the end of the day, man, you just got to remember to just have a good time and just smile. That's it.
My cameraman complimented both of our looks. I think he was just being nice to me,
No,
although our colors are blending quite nicely. Beyond football, like seriously, you got a good fashion sense to you. I don't know if it's just today or maybe this is how you look every day.
I got to give kudos to my dad. He helped me pick the suit out. I had an idea, but he brought it to life. Always lean on my parents, man. They're the fashion gurus, or whatever you see from me. Okay. Absolutely. My mom dresses my dad, and so I need to start listening to my mom a little bit more because I like to have the grownish look. But absolutely, yeah, definitely kudos to my parents.
Well, you're fun to talk to. So if you're good looking, articulate,
yes, sir,
love your sport, know your sport, as you said, even if you are successful in the NFL, you never know how long it's going to last.
Absolutely.
Could there ever be like a Michael Strahan type TV career? Have you ever even contemplated broadcasting?
So. I think, honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think the first year. You got to get, you got to figure out the bumps, the bumpy roads. But after that, I feel like it'll be smooth sailing from there, man. I think I could do it.
I don't know how close. I don't even know how this is possible, but I know you're studying toward a master's degree.
Yes, sir.
Like that's just crazy to me.
How
does that work? Will you, assuming I don't know how next spring will go for you, but will you be close to a master's degree by the time you leave Charlottesville?
So what's crazy is, as soon as I'm done with football, as soon as I'm done with this fall, I'll also have my master's as well.
You
yes,
will
sir.
be?
Yes, sir. So I've graduated, came in with my undergrad, and also leave with a master's as well.
Well, congratulations on that. Last thing for you, we're of a generation that we saw your personal position coach, Chris Slade, do the things that we've enjoyed watching you do 30 years later or something in that neighborhood. What can you share? I mean, and for those who don't know, Chris Slade is truly, not an exaggeration, one of the greatest players in the history of UVA football. Does he ever hit you with the throwback machine stuff?
Oh, absolutely he does. Absolutely does. I think, one of the things he likes to say is we got this little running joke, like, if somebody gets pancaked or something like that, he'll say that he's never got pancaked ever. And we'll cut the film on. I think it was I want to say it was maybe Shannon Sharp who got him. And he claims, he was like, man, that's a blindside. That's not a pancake. I was like, Coach, even back then, you got to just admit, take your losses. But he saying that he's religious behind that and says that he's never gotten pancake. And he's a great guy, great coach. Looking to him as another form of a father figure, just as almost like a bigger brother, because he can joke around with us, and he also likes to talk a lot of crap too. So that's my guy, though, man.
Well, it's a credit. Like that's why you can't, if you're Coach Slade, you can only mess with smart UVA guys so much because they're going to go into the video archives, find that play, whatever it was, blindside, pancake, or something in between. You're going to come back. I respect that.
We had it on the big TV sitting there waiting for him as soon as he was walking in.
As we let you go, and thank you for your time, and we wish you well wherever this season goes, NFL, broadcasting, GQ superstar, and it sounds like you have a beautiful family supporting you along the way. What are your thoughts about ACC expansion? Like, it's UVA is one of the truly, like, not in my opinion, but in those rankings, top 5 public university in the country.
Yeah.
UNC, top 5 public university in the country. Now you got Cal, top 5 public university. Stanford, private university, but one of the very best. And then SMU has its own distinction. Do you guys think about that in the locker room at all, or is it just kind of a new version of the same old thing?
I say a new version, honestly. But I mean, the other part, though, man, is I think, they're not just adding any random school, to the ACC. Obviously, a lot of these institutions are they have well-educated backgrounds, especially from an academic standpoint. They're no joke. And so I think, adding schools like Stanford, Cal, and SMU have been great, man. I think obviously gives them a chance to see that, what the ACC is like is a top conference. And also other part though, man, is it gets kids opportunity. If they want to go out to the West and the Cali side, they can go do that and still play in ACC. But they do got to worry about them long flights.
Last thing for you, Chico Bennett Jr. of UVA. Did you know that there is also, obviously Dad's name is Chico Bennett. Did you also know that there's also a Chico Bennett in the music industry?
Absolutely, yes. Whenever I was early in my early years, and I would look up myself or see something, I would see he has like a glasses and a big fro. So it'd be interesting to meet him one day and see what he has to say.
So no paths crossed so far. You're just probably aware of each other.
Not yet.
Cool.
Not yet.
Chico Bennett Jr. Watch him going after quarterbacks for the UVA Cavaliers this fall. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate you.